Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Birch and Lily, my video blog about knitting and cross stitch. My name is Amanda and there are two places that you can find me on the internet. The first is at birch.and.lily on Instagram, and on Ravelry you can find me as Birch and Lily. If you have any questions about what I talk about today on this episode, please feel free to check the show notes down in the description. And if I miss anything, I'm more than happy to help you out in the comments below. As well, I just wanted to say a big thank you and hello to all of my returning viewers. And if you're checking me out for the first time, thanks for coming and checking out my channel. That sounded so stupid. But yeah, thanks for coming and checking me out. I hope you enjoy and I hope you find some inspiration today. So let's jump right in. I have a lot of works in progress and no finished knitting objects. I do have one finished cross stitch object, which I'm now realizing I forgot, so I better jump downstairs really quick and grab that. There we go. I swear I always forget at least one thing, but it's good exercise running up and down the stairs, I guess. Anyways, I'm looking over here. I purchased one of those little trolley carts from Marshall's last week, and I've been putting all of my projects on there, which is super convenient for storage and cleaning up my crafting messes quickly downstairs in the living room. But it's also actually really nice for recording right now because everything's laid out super nicely on it and I can grab at it and it's not in a big pile on the floor. So probably won't make much of a difference to you guys, but it's definitely, I think, going to make it easier for me. So let's jump right in. I have two projects, I think two. Yes, I have two projects that you guys haven't seen before, so I thought I would jump in and start with those. They are both actually new designs that I've been working on, but this first one here is going to be ready for testing very soon. I'm hoping by the end of the week. I have the first sock finished, so now I can very easily write the pattern up and then get the second one started for photos and stuff. But it is knit out of this beautiful colorway here. This is called Homemade Jam. It's by Woolberry Fiber Co. on her BFL sock base. So let's see. 80% superwash blue face Leicester and 20% nylon. It's really, really nice to work with. I'm hoping it will hold up quite well for socks. I've heard that BFL is quite hard wearing, so yes, looking forward to that. I also realized I forgot my sock blockers. Yeah, I better go grab those. More exercise. I thought having this cart would have made me more organized, but I guess not because I forgot two things already. Anyways, I will put this sock on a blocker to show you guys. So here we have it. I hope it's not blowing out too much. It doesn't look like it is. But it seems like you can see the pattern on it quite well. So this has not been blocked yet. So that will open up the lace a little bit more and make everything just more clean and neat and visible, and yeah. So yeah, it has this beautiful lace pattern running down both sides with stockinette in the middle, and then this gorgeous textured chevron pattern on the back that actually runs right down into the heel flap. 2x2 rib. Yeah, so I'm hoping to have this available in my typical 3 sizes. If you would be interested in more than 3 sizes, feel free to let me know down below. Usually I know for me the 56, 64, 72 sizes are usually fine. But yeah, if you'd like more available, I'm totally willing to do that. I'm now realizing I forgot my wedding ring as well. I'm still married. Don't worry, I guess. I'm not gonna run and grab it. So yeah, that is this sock. It doesn't have a name yet, but like I said, it should be available for testing very, very soon. I just have to write the pattern up really quick, so I'm thinking end of this week I should be putting out the testing call. So be sure to check out my Instagram page and my stories to know when this is accepting testing applications. And the other sock that I have to show you guys, I don't think I'm going to be showing the full pattern just yet, just because this sock isn't going to be releasing until middle of November. So I don't want to give that away just yet, but I will show you the yarn that I'm knitting it out of. This is a yarn by Sugar Plum Circus. It is on her 80/20 base, and it is called Keep Off the Dirigible Plums. I believe this is a new fall colorway. It may be releasing at the same time as the sock pattern. Don't quote me on it. But this is a sock set. So it's this beautiful fall, oranges, greens, yellows, everything you expect to see when all the trees turn beautiful colors in the fall. And then this gorgeous, like, chocolatey, dark brown mini to go with it. So yeah, I am knitting a pattern up out of these. I guess I'll show you the back of the sock. There isn't much to give away there. You can see a little bit of it, but so this is the back of the sock. Just so you can see how this colorway knits up. Absolutely beautiful. Got some striping going on. So yeah, this won't be coming out for about a month, but I will be looking for testers for this one also very soon. So keep your eyes out for that. So I think we'll get my Desert Vista Dyeworks socks for the month out of the way first, just because they're plain stockinette socks and you see them all the time. But these are in this bag I've shown before by Studio in the Green. Super cute. This was part of a collaboration with Suburban Stitcher. And the colorway that I am working with this month is called Big Magic. It's blowing out a little bit. Super bright and pretty and fun. And I do have one sock finished. I'm pretty behind for the month. I think that's the story of my life. I swear every episode that I show these, I'm kind of behind. But I should be fine. They are my car knitting and they get lots of love and lots of work put in. So here's sock number 1. It's got an afterthought heel. I do a 2x2 rib and I cast on 60 stitches on 2.25 millimeter needles. Just a typical wedge toe, and yeah. These guys here are to mark the rows so that when I work on the second sock, I know exactly how many rows I knit on this one and I don't have to do tons of counting. And this cute little guy here is from, if I can get him flipped around, this little guy is from Sucre Miniatures, Little Sheep. So my second sock has been started. I've got decently far. I'm actually at the point where the afterthought heel would go in. I'm gonna knit this whole sock all the way till the end and then put the heel in. But yeah, that's where I am. Nothing special, vanilla sock. It's nice to see the stripes though. I don't know, they're so motivating and pretty. So yeah, that's about all I have to say about those. Nothing super special. So let's jump into my shawl that I showed you guys last week. I am test knitting this shawl for Lindsey Fowler of Lost and Font. It is called the Bronte Sister Shawl. And I love this trolley. And it is in a bag by That Crafty Little Fox. This is a 3 skein shawl. I'm using a 3.5 millimeter needle. Is that a US 4? Yes, it's a US 4. So yeah, I'm using a US 4 on this and I'm loving it. It's a little scrunched up on the needles now, so it's going to be interesting to show you guys. But let's see, how can I do this? If I stretch out the one side and leave the other side scrunched up, you can kind of get an idea. So that is what I have so far. So I will be integrating a third color in right here. I am just waiting for Lindsey to tweak that part of the pattern before I start. But that's where I was last time, in the middle of this medium, oh, that's, it blows up quite a bit over there. In the middle of this medium-sized section, medium toned section. I guess it's medium-sized, it's the middle of the shawl. But yeah, super pretty. This is coming out the middle of next month, middle of October. And yeah, I can't wait to get it blocked and have it grow and look super pretty. And yeah, really, really excited with this shawl. But look how ridiculous it looks when you just pull it out straight like this. Yeah, joy of triangle shawls scrunched up on the needles. I will show you the colorways that I'm using really quick. These were all club colorways from Woolberry Fiber Co. Thus, so I'm using them for a test knit as opposed to designing or something like that. There's first colorway here is Hygge. This is on her 100% merino base. I believe it's called Berry Merino. And then color 2, I have used most of it up, but this is Granny's Blanket. This is on her Berry Cashmere base, so I think it's 80-10-10, 80% merino, 10% cashmere, 10% nylon. So that is Granny's Blanket. And the final color I will be adding in is called Broken Pottery. This is Broken Pottery. It's also on her Berry Cashmere base. Really looking forward to putting this one in there. This is my kind of color. I'm not a huge pink person, which is actually funny because a lot of my knitting is pink. I don't know, and I'm wearing a pinky color right now. I don't know what it is about pink yarn, but this is definitely more of a terracotta E-tone. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to adding that in to the shawl. Yeah, I don't think there's much else I can say about that for now. I don't want to give too much away because it is going to be a paid for pattern and it's not released yet, so keep your eye out for that. I think it's October 19th that it's coming out. So yeah, really excited to have this done coming into the fall season. Okay, I have 2 other pairs of socks that I am working on right now. I swear I'm flying through this knitting section. I think I say that every episode, but I've been putting a lot of effort into the test knit shawl and my 2 designs the past 2 weeks. So yeah, I guess I don't really have tons to talk about because I can't give information about those away just yet. But I have been putting a little teeny tiny bit of work into my Irving socks. I did show these to you guys last episode. I had 1 sock finished, so I guess I won't put this on the blocker because I showed it on the blocker last episode. If you want to see it on the blocker, you can go look there. But these are, or this is my first Irving sock. That's where I was last week. No, last episode I was finished. I never moved my progress keeper. Shame on me. Last episode, this whole guy was finished, so that should not have been there. But this is knit out of a Woolberry Fiber Co. club colorway called Vicious Trollup. This was the August 2018 colorway. Beautiful sock. The only 2 things that I changed on it, the only 2 things that I changed for the pattern are the cuff. It just called for a 1x1 rib. I don't really like how that looks when I knit it. I find my 1x1 ribs are quite messy. So I converted it to a 1x1 twisted rib, and then it just called for a normal slip stitch heel flap and gusset, but I converted mine to a garter slip stitch heel flap and gusset. So it just has, I don't know if you can see that, a little garter panel running on the side, both sides. Yeah. So that is the first sock that you guys saw last episode. This is episode 20. I don't know. I don't think I said that. I can't believe we're at episode 20. That's crazy. I'm almost at my 1 year podcast anniversary, podiversary. I think I started recording end of November last year, middle of November. So it's getting actually pretty close. I really enjoy it though, so time has flown, I guess. Be extra cheesy. So this is the sad amount of progress that I've got on my second sock. I had the whole cuff done last episode. I just did one repeat of the pattern this episode, so not much progress, but like I said, I was busy with other projects. But yeah, these are knit on 2.25 millimeter needles as well. I cast on 66 stitches for this sock. It seems to be fine fit-wise. Usually I find a 64 stitch sock is perfect for a patterned sock for me, and a 60 stitch sock is perfect for a vanilla plain stockinette sock for me. But yeah, the 66 stitches seem to be just fine. I've tried the finished sock on my foot and no issues there. So yeah, hopefully after blocking it doesn't grow too much. I can't see it growing that much though. It's knit at such a tight gauge that it should be just fine. Oh, and this is in a Birch Grove bag. And the second sock that I've been working on, I don't think I had the first sock finished last episode. Or did I? And I'm just not paying attention very well. Obviously, I'm not good at moving my progress keepers, so I'll move it right after I show this to you guys, and then we should be fine. So I will put this one on a blocker because I'm not 100% sure if I showed it. While I'm doing that, this sock is the Cozy Autumn Socks pattern by this Handmade Life. I have changed some stuff in it as well though. I have changed the cuff to the picot cuff from the Sweet Sadie Socks pattern, and I have also inserted a garter heel flap and gusset thingy on this one as well. So here we go. This looks loose, not a problem. It's just because it is a purely stockinette cuff, but it's very, very stretchy, and I've tried it on, it's fine. So it just doesn't cinch in as much. If it is an issue, I have loosely stitched elastic thread into socks before, and that seems to fix the problem. So if they stretch out too bad, I'll do that. But here we have it. According to the Progress Keeper, that's where I was last episode. But this colorway is a club colorway from Maker's Haven. I'm so sorry. This is a club colorway from Maker's Haven. It's from quite a while ago. If you want to know the name, I can tell you, but I'm not going to bother to say it right now because it's insanely long. It's more of a quote than a name. But yeah, beautiful mock cable pattern. That was strange. Beautiful mock cable pattern. Normal wedge heel. Wedge toe, that's a toe. Normal wedge toe, and like I said, garter heel flap gusset thing. I am so out of it today. I'm sorry. I'm recording a little later than usual because I was waiting for the FedEx man to come. So I don't know if that's why I'm so out of it, because I was waiting all morning to record, and now I'm like, yes, I can do it. And yeah. Now I've totally lost my train of thought. Progress Keeper. This Progress Keeper is from Random Fandom Bags It's a little Dorothy. Very cute. Her progress keepers are so tiny and so detailed. It's amazing. So yeah, one sock finished. And I have story of my life. I have only cast on the cuff. So the picot cuff is all done and I'm ready to start the pattern on here. These are on 2.25 millimeter needles as well. And I'm gonna be good and move over the progress keeper right now. I did not move it up on my shawl either. They look cute hanging there, but the purpose of them, I'm not very good at executing, I guess. There we go. Progress keeper moved. So yeah, those are my cozy autumn socks. You've seen them before. I'm hoping they will be finished by next episode. Hold me accountable. And these are in a bag by Two Together. Another club bag. I'm bad for clubs apparently. But she has many other beautiful bags in different fabrics that are the same style as this, so definitely check her out. She'll be linked down below. Oh, and those socks, the cozy autumn socks, I did cast on 60 stitches for those, as that's what the pattern calls for. It is a free pattern. So yeah, I think one size is 60 stitches and one is 72. It only comes with two sizes, but yeah. So I'm looking at my trolley. That brings us to the end of knitting. Well, it's kind of quick just because most of that stuff I have shown already on a couple episodes now, which is a little embarrassing, I guess. I don't know. But hopefully most of that will be done for next episode and I'll have some new projects to show you guys. So yeah, I guess let's jump into my cross stitch projects. Should we start with a finished object? Okay, so I'm very, very excited about this project. I'm just straightening it out on its little frame here. I feel like I've been working on this forever. You've heard my saga of 10,000 mistakes on it, but this is my finished Sunflower Manor by Hands On Design. So I have it mounted on this wooden frame I got from Hobby Lobby. It is a little large, but I kind of wanted it that way just in case. I'm going to pull this down. Just in case I do the little fall mini pattern that comes with it, because then I figure I can put that above it. But as for now, I'll recenter that. As for now, I just have it centered in the middle, and I think it looks just fine. I mounted this on sticky board. Now it's off center and it's gonna bug me. Yeah, I mounted this on sticky board. So this is stitched on a 28 count black Jobelan. I did use all the called for colors. They're mostly Gentle Arts and Classic Colorworks, I think. Yeah, very, very, very happy with this. So excited it's fall. Fall is my favorite season. There are pumpkins everywhere in our house. So this is just the perfect addition to it. So I have not started. I should preface that with, this is a series. There's one for each season. I have summer done. If you have watched my previous episodes, you'll have seen that. But it is not mounted yet. I never did end up fully finishing it. But I have not started the winter one yet. I would like to start that soon though, so hopefully it's ready by the time winter rolls around. But yeah, this is my Sunflower Manor. Okay, and then I have 3 other works in progress right now for cross stitch. The first one I will start with is, I'm gonna preface this now, they're all in pretty southern bags, so I'm not gonna say that every time because don't want to sound like a broken record. But the first one I will show you is Cats in the Rain by Madame Chantilly. Should be up on the side or have already been up on the side. I am stitching this on, what am I stitching this on? I'm stitching this on 36 count raw natural linen. And this is where I am. Last episode, I think I was about halfway done the cat. Now he's finished. He's got his cute little whiskers. So this pattern I am making some substitutions with. I have changed the little girl's hair. It's called, what is it called for? I have the pattern with me this time so I can say. So the pattern calls for DMC 3371 for the hair. I have used Classic Colorworks Manor Red. And then this little cat here, he's called for DMC 646. And I'll pull the floss out here. I am using DMC 721. Just to replace it because my family loves orange kitties and I wanted a little orange kitty and the pattern didn't call for one. So yeah, happy with my progress on that. I always put more time into knitting than I do cross stitch. So to get a little bit done on that is all I want, and I don't need it done until Christmas. So I'm not too worried about getting it finished at this point. I will show you, oh dear, thread stuck. I'll show you the back of the bag though. Beautiful little happy fall bag. And the front has, if you can see, this pretty, what is that called? Argyle. Pretty argyle in it with shiny gold little stripes through it. The second thing that I have been working on is my October Little House Needleworks project. I'm going to preface this one too. I centered this horribly on the fabric. I know. I have checked. It will be fine for putting it on the sticky board. I have just enough to be able to get it wrapped around, but I don't know what I was thinking when I put this on the fabric. So this is my October Little House Needleworks. I haven't got tons done. About half the border's finished. There's little leaves that go in between here. And then I have started on one pumpkin and the grass is complete. So this is also stitched on raw natural linen, but this is 32 count. So I'm stitching it 2/2. The previous one was stitched 1/2. And why does it look so crooked? It's not crooked, I promise. It's probably because it's on the fabric crooked and not ironed. And yeah, called for flosses. It's pretty. Looking forward to having it finished. I'm having a lot less trouble with this one than I did the September one, so that's also great. This is in another pretty southern bag. I can't flip it around because the pattern ended up on the front, but it's got more floral inside. Super pretty. And the final cross stitch pattern I'm working on, I am so excited about. We call our home the Squirrel Sanctuary. We live on 1.5 acres of land and it is full of squirrels, like insanely full. I swear we probably have at least 30 squirrels in our yard. So we call it the Squirrel Sanctuary. And when I saw these patterns by the Blue Flower, I just knew I had to have them in our house. So this one is in a little Halloween bag because the project is Halloween themed. I'm crossing my fingers it will be done by Halloween. But this is Halloween Squirrel by the Blue Flower. I am doing everything called for on this because I think it's absolutely beautiful. And I didn't want to change a thing. So this is stitched on 40 count. What is it? 40 count Winter's Brew. And I'll move this little thread out of the way because I'm in the middle of it. But this is what I have so far. So I'm stitching this 1/2. Like I said, all the called for colors. I don't want to change a thing. It's so pretty. So it shouldn't be too big. I think it's going to end up about 5 by 7. So I'm hoping to just put that in a frame and put it on one of the shelves in our house and then be able to switch out all of the other seasons of squirrels to put in there throughout the year. So really, really enjoying that. I think it made me realize how much I love stitching on 40 count. I think part of it is I'm cheap and I like only being able or only having to use one strand of floss at a time. but I also like how tiny and delicate and pretty the stitches look. So I think I will be converting a lot of patterns to 40 count from now on. Not that I don't enjoy what I'm working on, but something about 40 count is just so pretty. So that brings us to the end of this episode. I kind of like that I'm keeping it in the 30-minute range for you guys, because I know a 30-minute podcast is a nice length for me. I can sit down and not have to put aside so much time. Not have to put us up. English is not my forte today. Not have to put aside so much time to watch it. So hopefully that's okay with you guys. It makes editing a lot easier for me too. Don't have to listen to myself talk for so long. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I will see you guys again in 2 weeks. Thanks so much for watching.